Are you really going to do another juice cleanse? Are you going to do another detox? There are some people who do it once a year, twice a year, every quarter, and keep expecting a different result. If you have to adopt a certain elimination diet every so often to get yourself restarted, to get yourself back on track, to cleanse yourself, to get rid of toxins, to, rediscipline yourself or something, that's not the diet for you, and it's not working. It's not working. You may have thought that it worked because it achieved some sort of result, but let me tell you in this video what's actually happening. Hi, I'm Lindsay, and here at the Plant Plan, we eat well for our goals, right? May that be muscle gain, fat loss, or general health and longevity. I'm also a health coach. I teach people how to maintain a healthy lifestyle that is conducive to their goals, and that includes rest, that includes hydration, that includes proper nutrition, energy to fuel the activity that you want to do, and that includes calming down a little bit, right? One of the main reasons, and there are a few, and I'll probably get to that in a different video, but one of the main reasons that I decided to start this whole venture was because I saw so many women, especially us Black women, so many women deciding to take extreme measures that don't make sense, to get on these cycles of mild starvation, right? Because we think that we're broken, we think that we are not disciplined, we think that we're lazy, we think that we're not doing the right things because of a deficiency in willpower that we have. Think about all the things you do. Think about all the things that you've accomplished. Think about the hard work you do in your 9 to 5 or in your side hustle or whatever it is. You are not broken. You are not undisciplined. You do not have any kind of deficiency. And very importantly, you're not unclean. You don't have to cleanse yourself. You also have lungs. You have kidneys. You have a liver. You have skin. You have organs that do the detoxing and cleansing for you. Yes, we're taking in a lot of potentially harmful chemicals. By the way, all foods are chemicals, but I'm not going to be a nerd today, I promise. But yes, we're taking in some things that may or may not be the best. That there's always a better alternative, right? Anytime you're looking at food, you want to say, okay, this is good or bad compared to what? It's not this is good or bad, period. What I mean to say is that there is no deficiency in you that's making you not eat right for your goals, right? What's happening is you don't have a plan, you don't have accountability, and you don't have routines that are going to make that are going to make the healthier decision the easiest decision to make. That's number one. Number two, sometimes we're not used to eating enough energy for what we need and nothing more. Oftentimes, we actually eat way less. And what happens when we are on chronic diet cycles, what happens when we are underfed, under-nutritioned, when we're not taking in enough of what we need consistently, our body sometimes, think of your body as a very, very, very old machine that has systems in place because it has dealt with a lot in the past, right? Some of the things that your body, and what I mean by your body, I mean just humanity in general, some of the things that we've dealt with in the past are famine, drought, other situations that like the seasons coming and going that made calories hard to come by, right? And so our body has systems of dealing with this to make sure that your body persists. Okay, so what happens when you are chronically dieting, when you're juice fasting and juice cleansing all the time, or other types of, mild starvation diets, that's what I call them, is your body is adapting to the amount of calories that it's taking in. And so it becomes very efficient in keeping your body running on less. And that's why you get to a point where it becomes very difficult to maintain that kind of extreme diet. And also what happens after that, you rebound. You're like, you either lose all confidence and all willingness to, you know, go towards your goals, and so you go off the deep end, or you just go back to your regularly scheduled diet, which is how you got to where you are in the first place. Another thing that's happening, and I am in the park, by the way, and there's this cleaning machine of some sort. I honestly don't know what it's doing, but it's making a lot of noise. It looks like a street cleaner, but there's no street to clean. It's not mowing. Some Parks and Rec person, please let me know what the heck. I'm not going to show it to you because that's going to mess up my camera angle. You probably can't even hear it. I always think that there's some audio issue, and I think it's just my own audio issue. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The other thing that's happening, right, when you are chronically underfed, you're chronically dieting, and your multiple previous attempts to lose weight have been just not eating enough and reducing calories drastically, not considering what your plate looks like, what types of calories, for the lack of a better phrase, what types of calories you're taking in, and also the activity that you're pairing with that regime. What happens is you're losing weight, yes, but you're losing a lot of muscle, and this is very extremely important. I go on and on about protein. I go on and on about lifting weights and gaining more muscle, or at the very least maintaining the muscle that you have, for a reason. If you are looking to improve your body composition, and by that I mean increasing your muscle mass and decreasing your fat mass, you need to be fueling that properly, right? If you are just simply trying to lose weight, you could do a lot of things to lose weight. You could just not eat, right? That's not a suggestion. Somebody's going to misconstrue. That's not a suggestion. Please don't do that. But if that's your method, what's happening is you're losing all types of weight. Yes, you could be losing fat. You also could be losing muscle. Muscle is a very expensive. I know this machine's not coming here. It is a street cleaner. Okay, I see the bottom of it now. It's picking up the golden rain leaves. Do you know that tree? I think it's called a golden rain tree. I think. I'll check it and I'll put the name of the tree here. But it releases all those little golden leaves. I think it's picking up the leaves. This is a park. It's okay. All of this energy to pick that up. See, this is what I'm talking about, waste of energy. Speaking of wasted energy, let me get back onto what the hell I'm saying. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy to maintain a diet that's just going to lose weight, period, indiscriminately, right? You do not want to lose muscle, right? You do not want to lose muscle. There are many of you who don't care about your body shape, you care about your body size. There are many of you who, protest against vanity and, everyone wants to be skinny and lose weight, I understand that. You don't have to want to look a certain way to want to maintain your muscle mass. Again, I keep circling around this point, but what I'm trying to say, or one of the things that I feel is very important for you to know, is that when you are losing muscle along with fat, when you're losing large amounts of muscle while losing fat, what happens after that? You get off of these juice cleanses, you get off of these detox, you get off of these starvation diets. And when you start gaining weight again, you are not gaining muscle because you don't have that habit, right, of doing what you got to do to gain muscle. You start gaining fat back. And you gain more fat. Sometimes you get up to that same weight that you were before when you started. And now you get back into another cycle of losing weight. Now you're losing more muscle on that attempt as well. You may be losing fat, that's fine, that's great. but you're also losing muscle. And after that attempt, you gain more fat, right? Nothing has changed as far as your habits. And the only thing that's changing in your body composition is losing more and more muscle and gaining more and more fat. And now you're yo-yoing, and your following attempts to lose weight will be harder and harder because you don't have the muscle. Muscle is the most metabolically active tissue. You heard that right. If you are trying to improve your metabolism, muscle is a priority. What happens when you lose muscle is your metabolism goes down. And now you're complaining about your metabolism and you can't lose weight and all of that. Yeah, because you're losing muscle. So again, my following video will be back to my regularly scheduled program of showing you specifically how to balance your plate, how to balance your calorie intake so that you're getting enough protein to maintain the muscle that you have. I'm going to continue to encourage you to lift your damn weights. Pick it up. Pick up something heavy. The little 5-pound dumbbells, unless you're doing shoulder raises, something like just, or increase resistance somehow. You can use resistance bands. And I shouldn't have said that actually. If you are starting off at 5 pounds, that is better than 0 pounds, right? And if you're starting at 0 pounds, that's better. I mean, it's not really zero, because if you're doing body weight exercises, you're doing stuff that's carrying your own body weight, which is of extreme importance, especially as we get older. You want to be able to carry your body weight. You want to be able to pick yourself up off the ground and not these geese again. You know what? Aren't you supposed to be somewhere else in the summer? Oh my freaking... I will lay up here the video where I was damn near almost attacked. I came and sat here at around the same... I'm around the same park here, and I only saw one little goose. I saw one little goose looking real skinny. His whole family left him behind, and now here he is staring me down, bro. You know what? I said what I needed to say in this video. I'm not trying to get attacked, okay? Unless if it's in the comments. If you want to comment and attack me, go right ahead. I appreciate that. Now it's summer school kids doing their sport activity and stuff. This man is stalking me. This is so disjointed at this moment. Okay, let me do my little outro. If you like what you've seen, if you want to get more information about how to protect yourself against muscle loss, okay, how to lose weight the correct way, how to improve your body composition for your long-term health the right way, regardless of if you want to be hot and sexy and whatever, that's not a concern to me, honestly. I am concerned about getting, especially us Black women, getting us out of these statistics that we don't need to be in, right? Getting our health and activity levels up and running as they should be, so that we can go ahead and enjoy our lives, enjoy our later years. He's really circling me. I gotta go. If you want to learn more about my coaching, right, where I talk more about this with my clients one-on-one to get them on a plan that makes sense for them and to get the habits rolling. That is the most important part. I have health accountability coaching that's one-on-one. You can find a link to that in my bio. I'd tell you way more about it, but I'm literally about to get attacked right now. Okay, bye. Man, yo, relax. Okay, so he was over there. I think he was running away from the children all coming in. Oh shit, now they're gonna agitate him. Go away, children, go away. Oh my fucking god. Go, help.